Hello, let us see what the linked record field settings do in the field configurations. So first of all, I have a test base with user details and tasks table. This user details table is linked to the task table via this user details field. Now, going back, once I select the user details field, I'll have these five options. So the first option is the standard option where I can set the field title, I can add a field description, I can make it mandatory or just add a placeholder text. Now, another one is the permissions. So here I have three options. First is to enable record creation. Second is to enable record editing. And third is to enable record view. So before these options are turned on, let's see what happens in our portal. So in our portal, once I try to create any new record, I can just select any of the previous linked record. I cannot actually create a new one, or I cannot edit a selected one. For creating a new one, I need to go back to my user details table and create a new record. But with these options, once I turn these two options on, what actually happens is that once I save this, you can see that I have now an option to create a new user details record, or if I select any of the record, I can edit it as well. So what these two options are used for this. And the third option is the enable record view option. So before this option is turned on, what actually happens is if I try to open any of the record, it shows that it's linked to a record in user details, but nothing more. I cannot see any of the specifications. But if I try to turn this option on and save the changes, what actually happens is that now I can click on this and it shows me all the fields of that particular record. So this is what this option does. Now for the third one, we have the fields option. So what this is basically I can select whatever fields of the linked record I want to keep visible, or I can set permissions as well. Let's say I want only the name and email to be displayed. So what I'll do is I'll mark everything else as hidden. And once I do this, I can save it. Now, if I try to open any of the record and click this, I'll only see the name and email which are set to be visible. So this is what the option 3 does. Now, the fourth option is the preview fields. So before this option was enabled, what actually happened was I tried to open any of the record. What I got was only the default linked record name. But with this option, I can actually set what I want to preview. Let's say I want that the name and email are in the previews. And once I save this, now if I refresh and open any of the records, I'll actually see the name and email, which are some additional details about the linked record, and it helps me get a better idea. Now going back, our last option is the filter records option. So what this option does is that before this option was enabled, if I go back and try to select any of the user linked records, now I can see all of these records. But if I apply some filters, let's say I only want to show the records where the gender equals male. I can do this, and once I do this, I can save the changes. Now, when I try to create a record and select a particular user details linked record, I only get the records where the gender was male in the user details table, which was this table. Now, wherever the records with the gender male, now I can only see use those records. So this is what the filter option does. Uh, Thank you.